Who's that?
Albert Blades, 70 years old.
Wow.
I bet you thought I called you here to make fun of my dear hubby. How dare you think of such a thing? He really is my lovey. He was the baby of 7 kids, but he wasn't spoiled rotten. In fact, as a reality, he was a little kid a-pickin' cotton. He got the nickname Butchie for his crew cut short on top. If his hair would start to grow, his mom would make it stop. He started out quite young, you know, in a small town of Missouri. Alas, he didn't stay there long. Get out, he's in a hurry. It's off to the great state of Michigan, a Michigander through and through. He grew to face the winter winds and storms that turned him blue. He graduated high school in the year of 1960, a brave young lad that moved forward. He thought it was quite nifty. Believe it or not, this guy, which all of you know, very much is a talker. So he traveled to Chicago to become a radio hawker. This little hick from Malden was in Chicago at broadcasting school. So there, to all his teachers, he thought he was a fool. Raised a Southern Baptist with no music, dance, or song. Made his parents wonder, had they raised him wrong? He'd be spinning those oldies records and watching the young girls swoon. He fancied himself as quite the stud, like his idol named Pat Boone.
Oh, he still does.
He married a gal with short dark hair, and oh, they loved to dance. They had a son who's here today. Say hi if you get a chance. His life was filled with the best of times, and then his dreams came true. The regular guy that broadcast hockey came down with a case of the flu. And so it finally happened. He got his biggest shot to broadcast for the hockey team, and he looked pretty hot.
Wow!
You've seen it, you haven't seen it. Young and studly, young and studly.
You're doing well, Adam.
He worked real hard at play-by-play and followed each player's move. The work paid off, and he really did well, and he was in the groove. The golden voice that knew each play and skillfully followed the puck. Until one night when he really slipped and he called the black thing a forget about it, forget about it. The crowd still cheered him on. So never mind, he recovered well and continued to be the bomb. But that was small league hockey, and he wanted to go far. He headed off to Saginaw, his family in his car. The IHL, he made it. His city getting bigger. The numbers on his paycheck had hit a higher figure.
Ching.
You don't have to reply. He did a stint in Pittsburgh. The Penguins gave a call. You couldn't get much better. He was really having a ball. When he thought he'd made the grade and he thought it couldn't get better, he heard from the Detroit Red Wings, and it came in the form of a letter. So off to Hockey Town, where the auto is also king. His career was really booming, and he could do his thing. And then, as luck would have it, his career path took a swing. Hail Caesar was the outcry, and pizza would be king. He moved to Oklahoma, you know, where the buffalo roam, opened up 12 pizza stores, and Tulsa'd be his home. In my unbiased opinion, I'll tell you, it was the biggest stop of his life. 'Cause it's me he got in the bargain, his humble, adoring wife. Opportunity knocked yet again, so off to Texas we flew. And after 3 different houses, we ended up with you. Now getting back to sweet Albert, the one sitting next to me, he can only sit for about 12 minutes, and he has to get up and pee. 70's the new 50. If you think that's really so, yeah, tell that to his bladder. It's always on the go. I'm not saying he's really old, but a classmate stopped by. I wonder how he did it. But he's a pretty hip guy. They've been friends for ages, and he really is quite neato. It's not a lie, as you can see, his classmate's name is Dino. Here's your alumni hat. He missed you.
That's a classic picture.
Your classmate?
That is a classic picture.
Not saying he's old,
That's it.
but just in case you wonder, and you could, he did know George Washington when his teeth were made of wood. They played beneath the cherry tree with their little snow white wigs. He also provided Adam and Eve their attire, the leaves of giant figs. The medicine cabinet used to be empty, and now it's stuffed to the gills. Laxatives, decongestants, ointments, a pharmacy full of thrills. But that's okay. It was to have and to hold. I'll doctor him through even the smallest cold. We thank you all for coming to make this day complete. It's great to be with family and friends that simply can't be beat. And bless my little sweetie Butchie. Keep him safe and sound, and make sure in 70 years that he is still around.
I think some of that stuff was a little personal.
Now we really know you.
Unfortunately, it's a lot of truth to it. But this was unbelievable surprise. She lied to me about Jason coming in. We're supposed to go pick up one of her girlfriends. Then they placed an order yesterday on food, and they lied to me about that. Then a car, 57 Chevy showed up. And then all of you guys showed up. What a great day. It's worth, well, a little bit, I guess it's worth turning 70. But for you that know Susan, she does a lot of crazy stuff. I had an unbelievable 50th birthday.
Let me
70.
assure you, Al, you're not old.
By the way, maybe we'll have one at 80, and then 80, 90, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's great to have all of you here. Sure appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the food.
Delicious.
I hope they made it right. I didn't get the night on it. But anyway, thank you again. Enjoy your food. And,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Dan would like to take the picture. The Academy